Hello again. Now this week we're going to talk about music, and because cryptic crosswords are of that time when gentlemen took the times and did Latin and played cricket, it's quite a lot of classical music. Now you don't need to know absolutely every composer and every opera out there. A few are probably going to crop up as answers now and again, but it's actually some pieces of substitution that are really handy to know. So I'll have a look at an example, a couple of examples actually. Unable to hear notes out of order, 4 letters. Unable to hear notes out of order. Now, same system as ever, look for your definition. Out of order, straight away, could be an answer, but it's starting to look like a piece of functionality because you know that stuff's being messed around with, stuff's being moved out of order. And you might start playing around trying to make an anagram of notes. But in fact, if that's functionality, look for your definition at the other end. You run through unable, you might look at can't. Unable to hear, you will eventually, of course, come up with deaf. And the reason that's right is because this is a reference to the musical scale A to G. All these 4 letters are notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G on a scale, but they are out of order. So these notes, any selection, 4 letters from A to G, are out of order. Dead simple when you know it's out there, possibly tricky when you don't know it's out there. So as soon as you see that, start thinking of letters A to G, or the other thing. So that's one, very simple. This, notes 50 unknown kin, 6 letters. Notes 50 unknown kin. Now if you remember this, and you're thinking of your A to G, you're not going to get this, because this is different. The other set of notes, very famous set of notes, is the do re mi thing from Sound of Music. It's not obviously from the Sound of Music, apparently it's a very old system called the solfège or solfeggio method of teaching music. Important thing to note is that all the things referenced in the Sound of Music aren't spelt, maybe one of them, aren't spelt how the actual notes are spelled. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, D-O-R-E-M-I, me, a name I call myself, or me, fa, F-A, S-O-L, L-A-T-I. So, in this case, notes could be referring to that, but is in fact referring to these. And it's referring to these two, fa and mi. 50, Roman numerals, that's an L. And the unknown thing that we did before when we were talking about maths and science, Y is often used as a variable, as an unknown in equations. Family, kin, dead simple. Once again, easy if you know this, or this, both of those clues quite simple. If you know to look for the word notes and start going through musical stuff, it can give you a couple of letters, it can help you break into a clue. A couple of other very common things. F and P, double F, double P. Now this is forte and piano in music. So strong or loud, or I've never seen actual forte used itself, but definitely strong and loud could be an F in a word, in an answer. So you'll see strong or loud in a clue, or you'll see quiet or soft in a clue, and that will be a P. Very loud, double F, which is used at the start of the score. Very soft, very quiet, double P, also used at the start of a score. So you could see stopping, for instance. The word stopping has sting around the outside, and then nothing, 0, very soft, PP. Nothing very soft in the middle, so you'd have 0, PP, O, PP in the middle of the word. You see that quite a lot. There are, I think, lots of other ones of these. I'm not particularly musical, so I don't know, but these are the commonly used ones. If there are others out there, keep an eye out for them, because they might crop up, but these are the most common ones. The other very common piece of reference is op, O-P, which is an abbreviation of the word opus, which is often used in sort of musical texts where people are talking about works of other people. So work for op is a very common piece of substitution. Work, or sometimes score or piece, but definitely work. Work can equal op quite a lot. I will put all this on the tip sheet on the site, so you don't have to remember it now. But that is the most important one. These two sets of notes, op F and the P for loud and soft. You will see that quite a lot, and if you don't know they're out there, you can spend ages trying to work out what on earth the clue is talking about. As I said at the start, you will see lots of composers' names or works names, operas names. You do what you can with the wordplay, take little bits. If you don't know your opera, Google stuff. It's a great way to find things out. One very common one though is Aida. Aida is a Verdi opera set in Egypt, and Aida is the eponymous heroine. And it's obviously very useful to setters because it fills a nice A to A 4-letter gap very, very easily. So you'll see that reference quite a lot. So if you see Egyptian opera, Egyptian princess, I think, and it's 4 letters long, Aida's probably going to be your answer because all the other operas tend to have quite long names. So that is just about it. Remember your 2 sets of notes, remember your F's and your P's. Good luck with all the musical stuff, and happy solving.